ISKCON Calcutta's deities Sri Sri Radha Govinda, and right down at their feet the very personal deities carried by Srila Prabhupada. This is Sri Sri Radha Madhava.
The turn of the century, and when he was a child, when he was a young householder, and he took us there actually, and he began to talk about how people used to work and relationships between householders and their servants, and how people used to cook and things. So there we were back in India with Prabhupada. And then he took us back farther to his early childhood, when he was playing with, not playing, but having the Rath Yatra and worshipping Radha Govinda. And then only Karanda and I were in the room. The Prabhupada looked at us very strongly and said, whatever I'm doing now, I was doing then. Do you understand? And of course we were at that point kind of speechless. And then Prabhupada said, never was there a time when I did not know Krishna. Do you understand? And he said it in such a way that it was clearly the case. So that was...
কলকাতায় আবির্ভূত হয়েছিলেন।
In 1896, Srila Prabhupada was born in Calcutta.
গৌরমোহনদের সন্তান হিসেবে তিনি অত্যন্ত আদর যত্নে লালিত পালিত হচ্ছিলেন।
As a son of Gaur Mohan, he was born and brought up with so much love and care.
1898 সালে গৌরমোহনদে মহাত্মা গান্ধী রোডে বসবাস করার জন্য এসেছিলেন।
In 1898, Gaur Mohan came and to live in Mahatma Gandhi Road and settled there.
তিনি ছোটখাটো
Chandralaya 155A, meaning a house where powerful moon lives in this area.
যখন শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ 5 বছরের বয়সের বালক হলেন, তখন গৌরমোহন দে তাকে স্থানীয় মতিলাল সিল স্কুলে ভর্তি করে দেন।
When he was 5 years old, Gaur Mohan put him in a school nearby. His name was Motilal Sil preschool.
কৃষ্ণ ভাবনামৃতের অনুপ্রেরণা পান শ্রী শ্রী গৌরমোহন দের থেকে।
Srila Prabhupada first received his spiritual education, that is Krishna consciousness, from his own father Gaur Mohan De.
গৌরমোহন দে প্রত্যেক দিন সকালবেলা শ্রীল প্রভুপাদকে হাতে ধরে নিয়ে আসতেন এই বিগ্রহের সামনে, এসে তিনি দর্শন করতেন এবং বিগ্রহের আশীর্বাদ তিনি কামনা করতেন।
Gaur Mohan De used to visit every morning this temple and see Radha Govinda ji along with his son holding, and seeing the deity he used to ask for the blessing of the Lord and his eternal consort Srimati Radharani.
স্কুল যাওয়ার আগে প্রত্যেক দিন বাবার সঙ্গে ছোট ছেলে যখন হাত ধরে শ্রী রাধা গোবিন্দের মূর্তি দর্শন করতেন, তখন সেই নয়নবিরাম রাধা গোবিন্দের মূর্তি দেখে তারা আনন্দে উৎফুল্ল হয়ে যেতেন।
on way to school, Gaur Mohan De used to take his son and bring him here before going to school here to have the blessing of Srimati Radharani and Govindaji and had unlimited spiritual bliss.
মাঝে মাঝে তিনি বাল্যের চপলতা হিসেবে মাঝে মাঝে তিনি মন্দিরের ঘণ্টা ধরে টানতেন এবং টেনে টেনে জয় রাধা গোবিন্দ বলে উচ্চস্বরে তিনি নাচতেন।
As a boyhood, as a boy and having চপলতা কি বলে as a childish nature, so he used to in the temple used to play the bell and chant and dance, glorifying Radha Govindaji, Jai Radha Govinda.
আজও আমরা 100 বছর বাদে আমরা শ্রী রাধা গোবিন্দের নাম দর্শন করছি। 100 বছর।
Still now today, after more than 100 years, about 100 years later, we still can see the beautiful, attractive form of the Radha Govindaji.
মন্দির অত্যন্ত পুণ্যভূমি।
This place is a very sacred place.
কারণ শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ তার কৃষ্ণ ভাবনামৃতে প্রথম অনুপ্রেরণা এখান থেকে তিনি অর্জন করেছিলেন।
Because Prabhupada got his first inspiration of Krishna consciousness and teaching from this very temple and the deity Radha Govindaji.
Tamam Bajam Adi Purusham You Govinda Govinda Adi Purusham Tamam Bajam Adi Purusham
এখন শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ প্রথম কলকাতায় ফিরে আবার রথযাত্রা শুরু করলেন তার বিদেশি শিষ্যদের নিয়ে। সেই 1972 সালে কলকাতায় এক আলোড়ন সৃষ্টি হলো। সারা বিশ্বে পৃথিবীর লোক রথযাত্রা উপলক্ষে এসছে শ্রীল প্রভুপাদের সাথে এবং প্রথম রথযাত্রা 72 সালে এই রাধা গোবিন্দ মন্দিরেই উদযাপিত হয়েছিল।
So Prabhupada again started Rath Yatra in his old age in 1972, started in Calcutta, and the devotees from all parts of the world came with him. When the Rath Yatra started, he brought the Rath here, and the people from all parts of the world also came here. And this way he created a big sensation in the whole city of Calcutta.
জি এই বাড়িতে তিনি থাকতেন।
Prabhupada used to live in this house, this one.
Just move it.
Yeah. This house name is Tejo Chandralay 155A, meaning house where powerful moon lives.
প্রত্যেক দিন ওনার বাবা গৌর মোহন দেয়ের সঙ্গে মন্দির দর্শন করতে যেতেন।
Every day Prabhupada with his father used to go to that temple of Radha Govindaji. He had the blessing of Radharani and Govinda.
So Prabhupada's house is down in that direction, not far from Matilal School, and he would come here to worship at Radha Govinda Mandir.
পড়াশোনা করতে ওই ছবিটা আমরা দেখছি ওটা মতিলাল সিল স্কুলে মতিলাল সিলে তো উনি মতিলাল সিল এখানে তিনি যখন ছিলেন তিনি নিজে হাতে এই স্কুলের সমস্ত কিছু দেখাশোনা করতেন এবং পরিচালনা করতেন।
ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদ তিনি ছেলেবেলায় এই স্থানে অঞ্চলে ছিলেন।
So Vakswami talks to the school children in the same school where Srila Prabhupada resided in his early years.
সমস্ত বড় বড় নগর শহর গ্রামে সকলে এখন হরিনাম করছে, বৈষ্ণব হচ্ছে, প্রভুপাদের বইগুলি করছে এবং রথযাত্রা করছে, যার স্মৃতি আমাদের এখানে আসছে। আপনারা একদিন হয়তো এইভাবে ওই একটা বিরাট মহাপুরুষের জীবনীর দ্বারা নাম শুনে সেখানে পড়ে সেই একই ঘরে বসে আপনারা অনুপ্রাণিত হতে পারেন, যাতে আপনার জীবন ধন্য।
ইসকনের প্রতিষ্ঠাতা, হ্যাঁ, তো ইসকন দেখেছো, মায়াপুর দেখেছো, যা আমাদের কাছে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি যে সকলে মিলে তোমরা একবার প্রভুপাদের যে কীর্তি, শ্রেষ্ঠ কীর্তি মায়াপুর, সেখানে তোমরা এসো। স্কুলে প্রত্যেক দিন আসা যাওয়া করতেন এবং তখন আজ থেকে প্রায় 100 বছর আগে এই রাস্তায় এত ভিড় ছিল না, এত গাড়ি ছিল না, তখন রাস্তা ফাঁকা ছিল। মহাত্মা গান্ধী রোড থেকে তিনি এই স্কুলে প্রত্যেক দিন আসতেন।
কলতলা কলতলা।
So Prabhupada was at Matilal School from 1902
to,
and he was 5 years old.
Yeah, 1902 to 10, that means 12. Yeah. 1912.
To 1912. Oh, 10 years. 10 years.
হ্যাঁ, একই স্কুল থেকে 10 বছর পড়েছে।
10 years. So from the time he was to 6 until he was 16. Very influential period of his life.
Daya Pada Mare, Tumi
This is now the nursing home.
Nursing home.
And this taxi driver, who was
taxi driver took Prabhupada in a taxi and he brought him. He brought him here, and he still remember. And by Krishna's arrangement, we also today he is giving us ride. It happened to be.
Just by, and this is also the first temple.
This is also the first temple of ISKCON in India.
And it is 1972.
In 1970.
It is here.
Yeah.
Temple.
Should I tell in Bengali or in English?
We're speaking in English right now, but then
this is the house.
yeah.
Not that is the house.
Yeah.
This house.
This one
gate.
here. Yeah.
This gate.
Yeah.
It was in 1970 September.
And this man who is our taxi driver, you can say in Bengali, please.
আপনি বাংলায় বলুন।
1972 সালে
70 সেপ্টেম্বর সাল।
ওই রকমই আমরা
70 সালে সেপ্টেম্বর।
হ্যাঁ এরকম ওই ইয়ার্সে আমি উনাকে এইখানটায় নিয়ে আসছি। তখন এই বাড়িটা হয়নি।
He has been as a taxi driver for many years in Calcutta.
That time we have no car.
তখন বাড়িটা কমপ্লিট হয়নি, এখানেই মানে ওনারা প্রথম আসেন।
First, yeah.
You take the.
So it's 37-1B.
Yeah.
37-1.
The original temple in Calcutta.
Yeah.
First.
First temple.
3 months Prabhupada was here.
Prabhupada stayed 3
He
months.
was 3 months here, and from here we have started ISKCON temple, and this is, we can say, the first temple in Calcutta where we started Lord Chaitanya's movement. And Prabhupada brought all his disciples like Krishna Maharaj, Jayapataka Maharaj, Achyutananda Swami, and Hangshadu, like that.
So, Prabhupada himself chose this particular site.
This site is right opposite number 4 Albert Road, and it'll be the site of the temple of the future. So Prabhupada then went to Albert Road and established years later the fabulous temple of Sri Radha-Govinda.
It is right across the road from the temple, the veranda of the temple, to Sri Sri Radha-Govinda, the ISKCON Albert Road Hare Krishna temple.
And the worship of Srila Prabhupada is going on. This is Guru Puja for His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Tamaham bhajam adi purusham You Govinda Govindam adi purusham Tamaham bhajam adi purusham You Govinda Venu Gamvantam Aravinda Tarayatacham Paravatam Sam Sitam Buddham Sundarangam Sadmasu Rakshavriteshu Surabhi Aviparayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Samram Sevyamana Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Govindamadi Purusham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhujam Sadmasu Rakshavriteshu Surabhi Avipalayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamana Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vajam.
area where Srila Prabhupada was born, in Taliganj.
Into a go-down. The main thing that goes on here in this little front room is some harmonium making. We can see some old beat-up Venus, guitars, sitars, tablas, and they're making harmonium here. The only sign of activity here in what once was a very amazing area here was the old tailor shop here of Taliganj. So ISKCON has purchased 63P and C, these two properties. You are actually looking after this property local people, huh? All these local people. And over here is the Radha-Krishna Mandir. You can see the ruins here. The locals call this the Mandir.
The whole area around here has fallen into ruin. This is the area of Srila Prabhupada's birthplace. It was customary in those days for the child to be born not at home, but at the mother of the mother. Certainly a lot of kids here today, and the temple courtyard has turned into a cricket field. So this is the rundown area now there in Taliganj. You're looking there at the area of the original property of Prabhupada's birth spot. Another area that's very popular, the lake.
This is the very famous Rabindra Sarovar Lake here in Taliganj. At the moment it's completely covered in weeds. Prabhupada undoubtedly would have come for many a morning walk around here. Even though it's covered in weeds, it's quite picturesque in the evening. Yeah. It's about 10 minutes walk from Taliganj.
This is Mr. Chatterjee at where Prabhupada used to live before he went to Vrindavan in 1958. An interview with him.
Did he run a medical supply from here?
Some business was there. He had some business. I don't know what business he was used to do. Disturbing elements.
Adibodic miseries.
Yes. And this daughter. So, I don't know what business he used to do. He left his house.
And he went to America, you said?
I heard he went to America. Become a, you know, he was religious type of man and this thing, I heard. One of our relative friends was in Germany. He came to Calcutta along with the magazine, with a photograph of Abhay Charan Day.
Yes.
His original name is Abhay Charan Day.
Yes.
AC Day.
AC Day. Yes.
Abhay Charan Day. He was the man who became the founder of ISKCON.
Yes. Yes.
And I know he was retired. Prabhupada.
He died in 1977. But he left here 54, then he went, he took sannyas, he went to Radha-Damodar in Vrindavan.
Yes.
And then in 1965 he went to New York.
Yes.
He went to America. So that period. So he sold the family. He sold up this house, and you purchased this house. Then.
No. He was not the owner of the house.
Oh, he was not.
He was the tenant of the house.
He was just a tenant.
Yes, he was tenant here. Landlord is some Datto. He's from other side. He's also still.
On the laneway here, it goes down to. Is that the Ganga there?
Yes.
Ah. So he's a nice residence here.
Yes. He used to live here.
Was upstairs and downstairs you have here, or just one?
He used to stay whole building.
The whole building he has. So maybe he.
Now when he left the landlord, he tenanted many people, you know.
Yeah, many
He
people.
came here in ground floor, first floor somebody, second floor somebody.
So I can introduce you properly. Can you introduce yourself? What is your good name?
My name is Subhendu Chatterjee. Subhendu Chatterjee.
And Mr. Chatterjee, what do you do? Are you into, I see physics books, biology books here?
This is my son.
Oh, your son is studying. And yourself, do you run also a business here?
No.
No?
I used to work at sea, you know. I was sailor.
A sailor?
I was sailor. I retired now.
Right. So now completely retired. And your main
I'm
pursuit?
doing something, you know, I'm doing some agency of LIC, MTI, all this. I'm the agent of LIC.
Yeah. And do you ever feel that you're walking in the footsteps of such a famous personality, spiritual personality?
Yes, sure. If I heard that a man, religious man, devoted to gods and all these things, I must meet him. I don't know, he died.
He passed away in Vrindavan in
Yes,
77.
That I know. I know his life, from the ISKCON, I know he's from the ISKCON.
Yeah. ISKCON has become world famous.
Yes.
He is what's called the founder of Charya, so there's over 400 centers. So,
I heard that he had some children also.
He did, yes. Yeah. Recently I saw his son, I think it was his youngest son, in Mayapur. And at the opening of the Samadhi in Mayapur. Have you taken time?
But they are not religious time.
No.
They are not religious time.
They're not interested, no.
Not that much religious
No,
time.
his wife was not interested.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are only interested on property.
Yeah.
Telling you frankly.
That's all. Yeah.
But ISKCON, they are doing certain good things, you know.
Yes.
Being a foreigner, American or German, Australian, they are interested on our religion. But his son, the founder of the ISKCON, his son is not interested at all.
Yeah.
We are interested, but they are not interested.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Yeah. 1950, this area was a lot more beautiful. Have you seen it change a lot? I was only noting this morning as I was driving here how dirty some of the area is, and how people they live in very dirty conditions.
Yes, that is true. We will find many places here in Calcutta. That is
And has this area also become a little degraded also, like that? In your lifetime, was it more beautiful?
Where? In Mayapur?
No, here. Back when you first came here, was it much more beautiful and there was less of this garbage around and also
it was beautiful previously. You know what happened after partition? Now the refugees has come and some, what you call it? The problems are there,
Yeah.
You cannot
saw Prabhupada, Abhay Chande. You were just young, 15?
I was 15, 16 years old. I met him.
And that was when you first came here?
No, I born in this locality. We used to stay other side. But the ghat was there, the Ganges was there. We used to come. So a gentleman was residing here. We know him. He was here. He's a businessman. So he became Prabhupada, we don't know. It was whatever this person, nobody can imagine. He become the. One day he will be a big man.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Thank you. Let's go down to the Ganga.
Yes. This Radha-Krishna temple was there. When he was here in this place, the temple was back. 1 minute.
Yep.
And what's that? Ajay?
Is the Ganga always flowing so poorly like this?
Yes. Now it is, this thing.
Yeah.
Like this, how they have it? Now it is mega city project, they are going to this thing.
Clean it all up, huh?
They will clean it and develop it.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be nice.
They will remove all these slums and everything.
Yeah.
I like the Jilad actually, hot tub.
Yeah.
That's all right, no problem.
No, I should. We always take the shoes off first. This is the Sadbuja deity.
Yes. So you know much more than me. So I cannot explain you what is what.
Well, Sadbuja form is also coming in.
Basically.
Lord Chaitanya's time.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That is Jagannath.
And Jagannath is there too.
Yes, this side.
Yeah. And more Radha-Krishna deities there too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Prabhupada would have come down here and these deities were here.
And I don't know whether he is to come or not.
Yeah.
But
he would have.
was here.
Yeah, yeah.
He must used to come.
Gopi Parana Dhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Bidhana Yasamati Nandana Brajabada Nagara.
So there you go, the Calcutta Road residence of Srila Prabhupada. So this has been the first presentation of uncovering Srila Prabhupada's pastimes in Calcutta. And we'll finish up now with a beautiful morning walk around the Queen Victoria building with Srila Prabhupada.
Veera Dheera Jana Priya Bharau Bhubi Bhuba Bhara Tarak Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalaka Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Bhagavata Krishna Kirtana Gana Krishna Kirtana Gana Nattana Param Prema Metamani Veera Veera Jana Priya Priya Karo Nima Pujikam Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharau Chaitanya Kripa Bharau Bhuvi Bhuva Bharava Antaraka Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujuga Sri Jiva Gopalaka
Practice this religion or that religion. We say, just try to go back to home, back to Godhead. That is our philosophy. सबै पुंसां परो धर्म जतो भक्ति रदो खजे अहित की अप्रतिहता जया जेन आत्मा सम प्रसीदति. If you want really happiness, then you follow such principles by which you can develop your love for God. See, it does not mean if you can do it in Christianity, that's all right. If you can do it by Mohammedan religion, that's all right. But the aim should be to go back to home, back to God. That is all true.
घोड़ाप है न भोजी न मैना, घोड़ाप है न भोजी न मैना, प्रेम धन खेलाए हराइन हमी धना फैलाए हराइन. घोड़ाप है न भोजी मैना, घोड़ाप है न भोज शरीकैन हाथ विनाश सत्संग चारिकैन अथ विलास.